This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV podcast.
What's going on, y'all? This is JC Mateo, and you're listening to the Wrestling POV podcast with Tony Diaz, Rick Serrano, Clay, and Elio, New Mexico's #1 wrestling podcast.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
That's right.
Wait, Clay's back?
Oh, shit.
How did that happen?
I know, right? It's because of you people. Don't ever act like your voice is never heard. You brought the $50 man
I thought you got
back.
released.
I did. And
He's
the
saying
pe-
the people brought him back.
And the people brought me back.
Sounds like his uncle paid
Okay.
him to
Yeah.
get back.
Gave me more money. And
His
I
uncle
wanted-
Ted DiBiase
Yeah.
threatened to cancel the show.
Listen, I said if I needed to come back, I wanted to do it my way. That's what I wanted to do. I'm no joke no more. Don't ever criticize me on me getting names wrong or my Pacers or whatever, or my love for Pat McAfee. All right?
No, it's McAfee.
Hell yeah.
At least you have to cut your hair. You have no hair.
He's gotta cut his beard.
Yeah, I gotta cut my beard. I ain't got no
Yeah, there
hair.
you go.
We got C-Truth here.
Live on the podcast.
Yo, I could do that. Where's some clippers? Yo, Taylor, we need some clippers.
C-Truth is here.
See,
Truth.
there you go. The
You see the truth. You
has
see the
set-
truth.
The truth has set me free. There you go.
It's just that Chris isn't here, so we needed an extra guy. So welcome back, Clay.
Wow, that's on another level if I'm getting compared to Chris now. Come on now.
Yeah,
No,
well,
Pat McAfee. Dude, I wish he was on this show. I'm telling you right now, as soon as I was on vacation, I was sitting on the beach, and I heard him say Pat McAfee. I about threw my phone.
We knew it.
Ralph, what did you say? Pat McAfee? He's not a McDonald's coffee. What the hell? My goodness.
Yeah, you know I'm not gonna let that
McAfee.
slide. Exactly.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna let that slide.
You warned
To
him.
be
That's
fair-
why he didn't
to be-
show up on the
To
show.
be fair, is it McAfee antivirus or McAfee antivirus?
oh, shit.
Oh, got you now. Got you. Jeez. Chris, wait till I see you.
That
again,
should, you
brother.
know what? That should be his new name. The antivirus.
Damn. I just want everybody to know I'm not even coming at Chris, right?
It's all three except for Rick. And then he's going to go to you, though, because you caused it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my God. We got a lot to cover. We got Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. And then,
Yes,
of
sir.
course, This Week in Wrestling. But before we go into Worlds Collide, I want to play this clip of Chris Jericho. Take a listen to what he had to say.
The fucking word I hate the most that fans use is botch. Oh, you botched that one. Shut your fucking mouth. There's no such thing as a botch. This is a live show. Mistakes happen. Because why? Because we're human beings and we're live. If it's a movie, I bet you there's a million mistakes in every movie. And you take 2, take 5, take 20, take 50. We have one take. So if someone falls down, you fucked up, fuck you. I'll punch you in your fucking face for saying that.
Oof.
He seems a little butthurt.
A botch is a mistake, Jericho. So yes, you made a mistake. Okay, you botched it. You could have not botched it, but you botched it. And I don't think people come at you for making a mistake. I think people start coming at you for botching multiple times. Nia Jax, we obliterated Nia Jax back in the day because she used to botch all the time. Brie Bella, the botch machine. We always got on her. It's when you're consistently botching is when we start using the word botch.
Yep.
Right? If you make a mistake, oh, well, he botched right there. It's not a big deal. It becomes a big deal when we always bringing up your name, and it's like, so Jericho has that old school mentality, right? Can't use the word fake, can't use this, can't say botch. He doesn't want to call people, all the people are not allowed to call people marks and all that stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. It's just like if you want to just be this old school old head where it's just like, no, you're not allowed to because you're not allowed in our dressing room because you're not a wrestler. It's like, bro, we spent so much time invested in this community. I think we're allowed to say the words botched and mark and all that stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's a free world, Chris Jericho. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. That's true. And he sounded pissed off.
Yes.
That he did.
A lot of them do. A lot of them do, though. They're just like, no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to be part of this. And don't get me wrong. The wrestling community is probably the most toxic community out there.
By far.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
It's so hit and miss, man. It's like, and look, one day they love you, one day they hate you. It's like we're the heels and the baby faces on and off. It's not. Look at Mike from California.
Oh,
he loves us now.
Yeah, I mean, the email from last week, I was like, man, he's getting into it now. This is cool.
And you know what? It's weird. It's weird. Clay wasn't here last week, and now he loves us. So whenever Clay's on the show is when Mike's like, fuck you guys, you eat-drones.
He was probably not one of those that was like, hey, you need to bring the $50 man back. He was probably fuck that dude.
Exactly. It's either he really hates Clay or Clay is Mike from California.
Listen, me and technology, no. I'm not Mike. I'm Clay. That's it.
That's funny.
It's not me. Yeah.
That's funny. So, but yeah, I mean, he did sound upset, and I get where he's coming from as a wrestler's point of view goes. So I do get it, but, because for me, the word fake, I hate it when people use
absolutely,
fake.
Yeah.
Yes. I just hate it because it's not fake. We put our bodies on the line,
yep.
Every time we go out there. And there's nothing fake about body slamming somebody. There's nothing fake about hitting somebody with a chair,
No.
But if you tell me if it's choreographed, I say absolutely it is.
Yep.
I don't mind. I don't mind it if somebody says it like that.
Well,
but
that's more respect to it.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Honestly, if you go up to somebody and say, especially a professional wrestler, be like, "Hey, what you do is fake." It's like, dude, that's a harsh word right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
it really is, and you just gotta see it that way.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, so now I got another clip, and this is from Zoe Starks herself.
Ooh,
so listen to what she has to say.
With an MRI, and it confirmed I tore my ACL. My knees are officially made of glass, and unfortunately, I will have to retire from WWE and pro wrestling as a whole. I was really enjoying entertaining the fans each and every week, but before I leave, I want to go ahead and roast all these trash cans on the WWE roster. Kairi Sane, I don't have beef with you, but you soft as hell. This bum wasn't in the right spot for my drop kick, which led to me getting this injury. So, Kairi, if you ever see me in public, just know I'll be turning you from Kairi Sane into Kairi Payne.
You know what? You fucking had me there.
I know my cousin.
Yeah.
I know my cousin. And as soon as I heard the word my knee is made of glass. And you know what the thing is? It's crazy. When you hear these AI
it sounds
videos
just like her.
It does, but you can tell when there's no soul behind it. You can tell there's no emotion. It's just okay, the speed of it, the tonation of it. There's no empathy behind it. There's no emotion behind it. It's like, bro.
I wish y'all could have seen my face. Like these three guys have seen it, but the fans seen my face when that video was playing. I'm like, is she really for real? And then the glass with knees with the glass thing, and it kept going.
You soft as hell.
I'm soft, turn Kairi Sane into Kairi Payne. Come on.
No, I do want to say, 100% agree with that AI that it was Kairi Sane's fault. I'm gonna still put that out there. That Kairi Sane was out of position. She botched it, and she was out of position. And Zoe just made a decision on the fly, which wasn't a smart one. Was I'm gonna try to make this jump, even though Kairi Sane is not in position.
Which
So,
I did go back on that video, and there was her yelling Kyrie
yep.
when she jumped. So
Yep.
if you go back and watch the match again, then
Yep.
yes, Rick was right about that.
Yep. Yeah,
So.
of course I was right. I don't talk out of my ass, Clay.
I never said you did. I was just saying you're right.
Sounded like you did. Unless there's an AI out here.
No, it ain't no AI up here. This is all real, boy.
Listen, do I need to get Pat McAfee here to ref between y'all two?
Bring it. Come on.
I might win if I have Pat McAfee with
me. Shit.
That's true. So yeah, no, that's just a spoof, fellas. Just,
yeah.
And everybody listening is probably like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she said." No, it's a joke.
Yeah,
it's AI.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get right into Worlds Collide. Rick, take it away.
Oh, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Worlds Collide. Cinco. Okay, Worlds Collide. I gotta say this. We had 2 pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever the fuck. I don't even know what PLE stands for. Don't even tell me what it stands for because I just think it's obnoxious.
Premium live event.
See, I just told them not to say it. Premium live events. Why are we singing national anthems? Stop. No need for 2 national anthems on 2 different events. This is not WrestleMania. Why are we singing a national anthem?
Yeah.
I could see why they did it. It's like a first in a while and yada yada yada. But I get what you're saying too.
But like Money in the Bank, also, like, come on.
Yeah, that's too much.
And also, I will say this: Lillian Garcia, retire. You're done. That's it. Don't want to hear you no more. In fact, everybody glorified her about how great she is. She's not top 4 announcers. She's probably 5. That's why I said top 4. But it is what it is. I'm not a big fan. And also, Jesse Ventura, I don't want to hear nothing about Jesse Ventura when we had Conan on commentary. Oh,
that's
God.
Incredible.
Bro.
Beautiful.
Dry. Like it was, what's that? Ben Stein? Clear Eyes.
Yeah. Clear Eyes.
Wow, a Ben Stein reference in 2025.
Right?
Wow.
I bet you they're on the Google right now saying, who's Ben Stein? What wrestler?
Who the fuck is Ben Stein? Win Ben Stein's money? You don't remember that game show? Bro, they're like, Clear Eyes? Yo, Clear Eyes, if you want to sponsor us, we'll take it, man. I'll use it every day.
Sure.
Absolutely.
With that being said, Bueller, there you go.
Bueller.
40 years ago, Bueller took off.
Yep.
That's right.
Worlds Collide. We have Octagon, Mr. Iguana, and Aerostar defeating the LWO with the return of Lindsay Dorado?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Right?
I will say this, though. Having Lindsay Dorado back was awesome. I loved it. I always loved Lindsay Dorado. I thought it was great. I will say this. Mr. Iguana is funny as hell.
Dude,
let me tell you, he was trending.
Yes.
And I guess he had #1 shirt sales or something like that.
Wow.
And,
yes. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for
awesome.
him.
Absolutely.
I thought he was funny as hell. I think Del Toro, bro, he was showing what he could be doing in WWE.
Yes. I was about to say that.
He was like, bro, hold my beer. Let me show you what I can actually do instead of being Rey Mysterio's like lackey, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I got this. He really showed everybody what he could do. Like I said, Lindsay Dorado highly missed. I wish he came back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dragon Lee is a certified superstar.
Absolutely.
Absolutely superstar. Dorado with a super Frankensteiner to Octagon. Come on, bro. That was awesome. Aerostar, he reminded me of that guy. What was the guy that they called the King of the Ropes in the Cruiserweight division that we had with Lindsay Dorado? It started with an M. Grand Metalik. There you go.
Yes.
Amazing on the ropes. I love that guy. And apparently this is like 30 years in the business for Aerostar.
Yeah.
Something like that. Jesus Christmas. I thought this was definitely up there. It was the second best match of the night. What a way to start off Worlds Collide. I thought it was great. Octagon, Iguana, and Aerostar did pick up the win over LWO. We had a little scuffle with Dominic Mysterio and Octagon Jr. who then Dom challenged to have a match with him at Money in the Bank. So what are you guys' thoughts on this match? I thought it was great.
I thought it was fucking phenomenal. I mean, and then like I said, to end it with Dominic talking shit, and then Octagon Jr., like that came out of left field. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Is they going to put this Money in the Bank? Holy shit. So, but it was great. And everybody knows I love the pull-aparts. And, you know, when they were just trying to duke it out with each other and they were like, let them fight. You know, I was just all hyped for this. But I have to say the funniest thing was Iguana. Mr. Iguana, like his facial expressions and everything. I was just like, wait a minute, I'm kind of growing onto this dude.
Iniesta, the lizard, the
iguana?
Lizard,
yeah, the iguana, that was funny as shit. What made me laugh the most is when he put the iguana on, who was it? Lindsay Dorado. And he started counting to 3.
Yep.
And then he kicks out, and then he does the backwards somersault on him. Slam, and I was just
the Spanish fly.
The Spanish fly, yes, thank you. And I was just like, what the hell? But for some reason, I was entertained by it.
And what I loved about this match is it showed you the Mexican style, because a lot of people don't understand it. So, they have a lot of funny gimmicks. They have a lot of seriousness. They have a lot of flying and on the ropes. And, like, it was just fast-paced. I loved it. Moving on, we had our next match. We had Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice defeating Chick Tormenta and Dalis. Now, Chick Tormenta and Dalis, you can tell they've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
You can tell they're veterans. You can definitely tell they're up there in age because they were definitely moving at a slower pace.
Yeah.
However, that being said, Lola Vice is green as hell.
Yeah.
It really showed in this.
It definitely showed in this. Also, what happens is when you have, and Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, when you have veterans like Chick Tormenta and Dalis in this match, you got to go at their pace.
Yes.
They're the ones calling the match. And I felt like Lola Vice just kept trying to amp up things, and they can't go at that pace.
Yeah.
You got to slow it down. You got to work with them and what they're able to do. You can't go above that. I think Stephanie Vaquer did a little bit of a better job with that. But of course, what everybody's talking about is the double devil kiss.
Yes.
Tony just yes.
That's his imitation of Booker T right there,
bro. Yeah. That's the most excitement we had from Kone. He's like, oh, I like that. Like, bro,
beautiful, perfect.
God. Just definitely was watching with my wife at the time. So,
uh-oh,
didn't tell you
tell her
to be off.
I told her this is obnoxious. It's disgusting. What are you doing?
But you did tell her you're a journalist, right?
Of course.
That's
the first thing
research purposes.
Absolutely.
Journalist always comes first.
And as a journalist, the recoil was there. But with that all being said, I hate that it was a roll up and the ref checks like the shoulders.
Yeah.
And doesn't count. Just count. Count. Like, especially when it's like a fast roll up, just go with the count. Momentum is going to go with it. Nobody is checking to see that his shoulders are up unless it's a robbery, especially if they're kicking out at 2. Why is the ref stopping to check shoulders? The match isn't over. I get it if it was like the finish and you're about to finish the match, then you check the shoulders. But if you know that it's supposed to look like a steal, like they're about to steal this win, you know it's not going to be a 3 count. Why are you stopping to check shoulders?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what kills momentum in matches like this. It was definitely a slow match. But like I said, Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice pick up the win. I was a little shocked by it. I mean, I understand, but I still was a little shocked by it that they made them pick up the win.
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the match. I thought the match was pretty good. But you're right. I mean, Lola Vice, she should have been on pace with the veterans more so than trying to speed things up a little bit.
You cannot do that I'm Latina thing that she always does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The soccer kicks, like that.
Yeah.
when Naomi was doing it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's so not. It's not effective at all.
No.
And it's hard, especially for a veteran, an older person, an older wrestler, to sell that. Like, what am I supposed to do when you're just throwing soccer kicks at me, right?
It look like you're dancing and shit.
Right, exactly. I'm shaking my show, like doing anything. Like, hey, what are we doing here? Like, come on, like the grease. You're the one that I want. Like, what are we doing? Jesus Christmas. But yes, that was. I feel like that was the worst match on this card. Which is not saying anything. It's not saying anything bad because this was actually a pretty great card.
It was a good matchup though.
Yeah.
But it was probably on the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm just saying, because to say it was the least favorite match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a good match, but it wasn't the top.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the top.
I would have probably had Zelina in this match instead of having Lola Vice.
Yes.
That makes a lot more sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. I do agree.
I would have definitely had her in that picture, but I understand that they want to get more of their women out there. Also, I understand that she spoiler alert, she made her appearance on Raw. Could have had Bayley out there too, but I understand why you didn't. Because a lot of people forget that Bayley's Latina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but moving on. Legado de Fantasma. Defeated El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano. This, first of all, when I saw Psycho Clown, and my wife was like, what the hell is with that guy? I said, that is a legend right there.
Yeah.
If anybody from any kind of wrestling event, you see Psycho Clown, everyone's like, that's the dude that be wrestling in Mexico.
Yes.
Everybody knows Psycho Clown. I thought this was another great match. Pagano is a sick motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He flipped outside of the ring and landed on his back.
Yeah.
Like
I would have just laid there. I really would. If that was me, I'd be done.
If you've never seen Pagano, I suggest highly that you do.
Yes.
What he did on Worlds Collide is nothing compared to what he normally does in his matches.
Yep.
Oof.
He's constantly getting hurt.
Yes.
Constantly.
Clearly.
Look what he did. Like, if that's just a little bit of what he did.
That's a tiny bit. Not even a half. Not even 0.5% of what he normally does.
No wonder he's getting hurt all the time.
Yeah.
He's always getting hurt. This dude is nuts, man.
And then the three of them all hit a dive onto the outside, one after the other, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, I'm shocked that Legado won this match.
They finally got respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had to go in Worlds Collide, but they finally got a fucking win. I was like, holy crap, they won?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Why can't they do that on the regular roster then?
And I tell you this much, WWE's highly on Psycho Clown.
They should be.
Yeah.
They're really high on Psycho Clown.
They absolutely should be. And I hope I see more of him.
Yes.
Next up, we had Ethan Page defeating Rey Fenix. Hold on one second. We had, Ethan Page defeating Rey Fenix, Javon Evans, and Laredo Kid. Now, great match.
Yeah.
I will say this. Too much Javon Evans, in my opinion.
By far.
I feel like...
You think so?
I feel like they should have definitely highlighted Rey Fenix more. Ethan Page is the champ. Laredo Kid. I feel like we had so much Javon Evans. Oh, he's the bouncy guy, and he was just involved in every aspect of this match. And then for him to miss the coast to coast, like that was a big botch there.
Yes.
Like you cannot miss that, bro. And I will say this because it did remind me of the legend of indie wrestling. Rest in peace, Vince Steele, when he missed his splash. Every time I see something like that, bro, hilarious. R.I.P. to Vince Steele, amazing. But Javon Evans, you cannot be missing that. You're not 400 pounds.
Yeah.
You need to land that kick. You cannot miss, especially by that much. I felt like he missed like by 3 feet. Just not what I wanted. Too much of him. Too much of him on commentary. Too much of him in the match. Ethan, like I said, Ethan Page definitely. Ethan Page picks up the win, but again, Ray Phoenix was showing what he can do, but I didn't see enough of him. I felt like it could have been more Ray Phoenix in this match.
Yeah. That or Laredo Kid.
You're right. Who was also a cruiserweight champion in AAA.
Yes.
And he wasn't highlighted. And nothing for nothing. This is like a Latino
it
show,
was supposed
right?
to be, right. Nothing against Javon Evans, because I really do think he's a talent. I really think he's getting an up-and-comer coming. But just the fact that he got as much as he did in this match. He got even more than Ethan Page did. He was champ.
Yep.
Like, I get it, but come on. He shouldn't have had that many.
Right, and honestly, Lindsay Dorado should have been in this match, and you should have had the actual LWO in the first match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
I think what took me out of this match, honestly, was Conan. This is when I was like, all right, Conan, you're so dry, man. You really, really need to put some kind of... Yeah, and Corey, bless his heart, was trying.
He was
so
trying.
Hard.
I'm not a big fan of Corey Graves, but that, oh boy, he was trying so hard, man.
Throughout the whole night.
And you know what sucks is that you can overhear the Spanish announce table going crazy. And I'm like, please, can we get that? please. Conan's like, oh, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
Right.
And I don't know how many times he said that was incredible during the main event.
Incredible.
Everything was incredible. That was incredible.
Bro,
wow.
Imagine, ay, Dios mío.
Right?
Where's that? I need that, bro. Oh, my God. But speaking, oh, my God. I struggled with this a little bit because I think this clearly the main event was the match of the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to put it in the vault so bad. And the reason why I'm hesitant on it was because Conan fucked it up for me. But guys, Vikingo defeating Chad Gable to me is a match of the year candidate.
Absolutely.
But, listen, this match didn't need commentary for it to be good. Like, it still was an amazing match.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch it in the Spanish announce table because I can only imagine what they did was flawless. This match, Vikingo with the Mexican Destroyer on the apron, bro.
That was impressive.
Damn near spiked Chad Gable on the head, bro.
Yeah,
and he was a little off balance too, and he still jumped. It still landed it. Amazing. Chad Gable's moonsault through the table on the outside. Amazing. And then just the chain wrestling, the back and forth, the drop toe holds, the stuff like that. That's just like, I love that old school style. Chad Gable shows that he's one of the best in the world at what he does. And then Vikingo hits the 630, which again is just flawless the way he makes that work. I will say this. Vikingo's still the champion. Chad Gable loses, but I don't think a loss to Vikingo affects him anyway.
No,
not at all.
But now, hear me out. Is Chad Gable getting the Owen Hart treatment? And I say this as he's a great wrestler, but they keep giving him these cheesy gimmicks, i.e., the Grande Americano / the Blue Blazer for Owen Hart.
Who? Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's a good take.
So, as great of a wrestler as Owen Hart was, they always just gave him, you're going to be the Nation of Domination. And don't get me wrong, Owen Hart always made it work. You're the Rocket Owen Hart. You're the Black Heart. Now you're the Nation of Domination. Now you're the Blue Blazer. You're being funny. You're always the oddball out. Chad Gable is always the oddball out. He's always this. And now he's doing Grande Americano. It's like, allegedly, we don't know for sure yet. But is Chad Gable the modern day Owen Hart?
You know what? Let's make that a poll.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Absolutely.
Like this is a good question because you think about it too. It's like Chad before this whole Grande Americano conspiracy, whatever. He was Shorty G, and he was Shorty G for a long time.
Yeah,
and then he went back to Chad Gable. Like he had that with Shelton Benjamin before that.
Yep.
And he was on that tag team. So it was like Chad Gable was never really Chad Gable. It had to be some kind of goofy gimmick.
You know, once upon a time, Owen Hart tagged with Coco Beware. So Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Wow.
And Jason Jordan and Chad Gable were together. Owen Hart was with the Anvil. Yo.
Oh, shit.
So Chad Gable is basically a mix of Kurt Angle and Owen Hart.
Exactly.
And if Owen Hart and Kurt Angle had a baby, you get Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Well, Clay, that can never happen because two men can't have a baby together.
Well, there's ways around it, but maybe we're not going into that. This is a wrestling show. God damn.
Oh, I just love making Clay uncomfortable. It just,
But you know, that is a good question though. I ain't gonna lie about the whole
I mean, like, we gotta really think about it. Like looking at it, I'm just like, wow. And you know, I heard somebody say some obnoxiously ridiculous comment about how Owen Hart wasn't that great. It's just that he died. And that's what people remember him at. And I'm like, you know, Owen Hart, he won several titles. He didn't win the heavyweight title, but he won several titles, Slammies. He was iconic on the mic. He was great at what he did inside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He was the USWE champion.
And him dying just destroyed people.
Yes. Still to this day.
Like, I don't think people understand, like, how great he was and how people looked up to him. Like, Chris Jericho gives him so much credit for his career.
Yeah.
Lance Storm gives him so much credit for his, like, Owen Hart touched a lot of people's lives. And I honestly think Chad Gable is that guy right now. But so that being said, if he is the modern day Owen Hart, what does he have to do to be taken more seriously? Because if we go down the history books and you look at Owen Hart, he wasn't taken as a serious character for a very long time.
He's got to win the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Okay. How did they make that happen? Because you can't make it happen with Grande Americano. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
Listen, El Grande Americano is already over enough with Chad Gable. He cannot win any singles title, world title before Chad Gable, because that's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
in a way. Because if that was the case, then he should just stay as El Grande Americano, because he's getting more success as that than Chad Gable. Yeah, and that would be a very sad thing to me.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm very interested in seeing what the fans think about this. Owen Hart and Chad Gable. But getting back to Worlds Collide, I honestly think this was a hell of a card. I was very excited for it. It didn't let me down. I will give it overall, give it an A-. Thought it was a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give it an A- too. I thought no, you know what? No, I'll give it an A. Just a regular A. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
Just
it was
regular.
Great.
Okay.
Just regular.
All right.
Yeah.
Clay.
I'll tell you what, all around, this show was great, and I'm going to give it an A as well. This was a good show.
Elio.
A.
A? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that is the Worlds Collide. Buenos dias.
All right, let's get right into damn. Buenos
noches. What are you talking about?
Rick combined Italian and Spanish at the same time. Hey, what are you talking about?
Gracias.
Gracias. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, forget
about it. All right, so that is your Worlds Collide. Let's get right into Money in the Bank. Clay, take it away.
All right, we're going to talk about Money in the Bank. Here we go. First match of the night, we have...
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Sorry, yes. Clay. But are we putting the Vikingo and Chad Gable match in the running in the vault for match of the year? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And before you get started, Clay, on the matches, are we going to talk about how empty this arena was?
You know what? I was going to do that during the show, but we can go ahead and start that.
Because I think
going on?
Either LA traffic or they didn't think the show started at 7. They thought it started at 8. Because by the end of the show, it was packed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Kaylee about this because we were watching the show, and I'm like, how is there no fans? Like, they're saying they're sold out, but then you look in the crowd, and it feels like there's empty seats. I don't know if it's the lighting or what was going on, but there's a bunch of stuff apparently going on in L.A. that are causing people to not go into events. And
well, there is the riots going on.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Protests and all that.
Yeah.
And that could have caused that, but I was like, damn, wow. I've never seen.
Well, I mean, because if it was packed later on, then I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Not trying to defend WWE.
Yeah.
Right.
But it just seemed odd that they were sold out, but then there was a lot of empty seats in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, I was kind of happy about it because I was like, oh, good for you, fans. Good for you. Like, we're really going to – and you know what? Let's just get into this a little bit before we get into the actual matches for Money in the Bank. TKO allegedly
let's talk about it.
Is $3 billion in debt, allegedly. And that is the reason why we're having multiple PLEs, pay-per-views every month now. It's also the reason why we have so many ads. Yo, when SmackDown, they had a Slim Jim table.
Yeah.
SmackDown, but Fireball
ladder and Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Right. Cash App on the Money in the Bank briefcase. Turnbuckle pads. Like, what are we doing? We switched WrestleMania. We got less talent. Like, what's going on?
This is awful. This is not NASCAR to me. I mean,
we're one step away from ads on wrestlers.
Yeah.
And we had a problem with that when Brock Lesnar had that with Jimmy John's on the back of his on his shirts. But that was only one.
Yep.
It's getting bad. It's getting ridiculous. Like, we got the Fireball ladder. What the fuck?
Yeah. That was stupid.
The ads in the 7-Eleven sponsor, the Snickers, the ads in the ring, the Prime bottle always set up outside.
What wrestler does 7-Eleven sponsor? Like, why?
Exactly.
Jinder Mahal, maybe, but that's about it.
Damn. I mean, we were all thinking it.
But I said it.
To say it.
But Tony said it. That's Tony with the Y, not I. Tony Diaz.
D-I-A-Z. D-I-A-Z.
There you go.
Might be canceled. I might be released by next week's show.
Oh, man. Clay's going to have to call his uncle. Favorite.
Contract negotiations.
He'll get you back. It's okay. It's all about that money.
He couldn't keep his son out of jail, though.
I know, right? Oh, man.
No. Don't talk about my cousin like that. What the hell? He is innocent.
Your cousin's a scoundrel.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, folks. It's a joke.
Why?
It's a joke.
Why?
Why? No. Okay.
No, but for me, I don't think TKO is $3 billion in debt because of the simple fact that they bought AAA.
Yeah.
If they're that much in debt, why would they buy AAA?
Because you want to monopolize this thing.
Right, which is fine. But they wouldn't be $3 billion in the hole. And then plus on top of that, signing all those AAA stars. So it was just like that when Vince McMahon was in charge, where they released a bunch of guys, but then they signed a bunch of guys.
Yep.
To balance everything out.
And they're also talking about renegotiating Roman's contract. They don't like that, allegedly. You don't know for a fact, but that they don't like that Roman has a $15 million contract if he's a part-timer. They don't understand why. And it's like, you guys clearly don't know the business. And because of that, they do stupid things like release R-Truth. And Triple H, I hate to say it, but you're a gaslighting motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't say it was part of their show. Don't
shit. When I heard that comment in the press conference, I'm like, you bastard. You knew what was going on.
Exactly. And he did that on purpose because, again, he knows that we know. He knows that we're in the loop and all that stuff. So he knows we're not stupid. You know? So, but you're treating us like we're stupid and we're dumb. Like, stop it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you really are sitting there letting TKO just destroy everything that, honestly, Vince is a piece of shit. But everything that Vince built, you are fucking ruining. And it's
Absolutely
Triple H
right.
at the helm.
You
Nick
know what?
Khan is at the helm.
I wanna make that as a poll. Is Triple H ruining WWE? Okay, let's make that as a poll because I really am curious. Because for me, I don't think he is. I think TKO is. I don't think Triple H is. Triple H can only say so much. You know what I'm saying? So
but let me ask you, do you think he's saying anything? Because honestly, I think he's just like, oh, you guys want to go? Go ahead.
I don't think he's saying
shit. I don't think he agrees with TKO. I wholeheartly think he disagrees with them, but I don't think he's defending WWE either. I think he's saying, go ahead, let it drown.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree with that. You know, like, I'm pretty sure when, spoiler alert, when R-Truth came back, I'm pretty sure they told him at the media scrum to say, hey, just tell him that it was work. You know what I'm saying? So that's how far. But I do want to do a poll where we put on there, and it's a yes or no for the poll.
Yeah.
Do you think that Triple H is
should we
WWE.
say Triple H or should we say TKO?
Triple H.
Triple H.
Because right now everybody thinks it's Triple H.
Yeah.
So I just want to see what the numbers would be for that.
Yeah. Sure. And I just want to give a shout out to Elio, who does our posters, which are amazing. Whoever did the Naomi poster with Seth Rollins was absolutely terrible, man. Trash bag. When Elio does the poster, he's the best ever, Elio. And I'm sorry that I did the poster. I was just rushing, and I just wanted to get it out there right away. I'm so sorry, Elio. Please don't be mad at me.
Crying on air.
You don't understand.
There's no crying on podcast.
He was yelling at me before the show. I'm so sorry.
There's no crying in a podcast.
Oh gosh, Elio's like the Tom Hanks of this show, man. from that movie. That is awesome. I love it.
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
A League of
Clay.
Their Own. I couldn't remember the fucking movie.
God,
all right? I've seen it several times.
This guy gives millennials a bad name.
No, there could be a lot worse. There could be a lot worse.
Definitely, I definitely hear you. With that being said, Clay, Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
All right, we're going to talk about it. This match included Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley, Julia, and Roxanne Perez. Look, guys, this was a good match to start the show. I really enjoyed this Money in the Bank match. I feel like everybody went all out on this. Alexa Bliss took the ladder the hard way to her stomach.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, oh, man. I was like, that was bad. Couple of side notes, too. Stephanie giving the Rhea the devil's kiss on the ladder. I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
Good moves all around. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Just all around, like, all these women did well in this match. Naomi.
Roxanne Perez did a springboard moonsault onto the ladder.
Yes.
That was cool. But did you see when Rhea was about to do the Razor's Edge to Roxanne, and then Roxanne turned into Hurricanrana, how Roxanne's head came so close to that ladder?
Oof.
I was like, whoa!
I'm surprised she didn't hit it.
Bro, I got so nervous for her. But there was one moment in this match where the ladder fell on Julia, and Julia didn't respond at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody else that hits, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, the ladder hit her!" But because it wasn't a spot that was supposed to happen, she just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna sell this." So it's like, I think that's a rookie mistake. This is one of her first ladder matches with WWE in this Money in the Bank. So I guess she'll learn from that. But Michael Cole, he pissed me off in this match. So at this point, Stephanie Vaquer is carrying Julia up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And Cole says she wrestled 3 matches in 18 hours. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's right. And she wrestled on SmackDown, and she wrestled twice on Saturday.
Rick's mic. What's going on?
What happened?
What? I can hear you.
He's telling me to cut my mic?
No, I thought someone cut your mic.
Oh.
No.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Michael Cole said that Stephanie worked 3 matches in 18 hours, and Wade Barrett says, "Yeah, she looks spent," and Cole attacks him, says, he called. No, hold on. He called Wade Barrett a spin doctor, like he was trying to spin it around because Wade was like, "No, I'm saying she wrestled 3 matches in 18 hours, so that's why it looks like she's struggling to carry her up the ladder." And Michael Cole's like, "Oh, you're a spin doctor. What the fuck are you talking about, Michael Cole? Like, why are you saying that? It just stop. You just and then you try to be a dickhead, and it's just like nobody else is like agreeing with you. Even Pat McAfee was just like, "No, I'm not gonna do that, man." But yeah, that. Other than that, this was a great match, and like you were about to say, Clay, before I interrupted you, Naomi getting the win.
I was so happy for Naomi getting this.
Very happy.
And the thing was, like, yes, we had the pay-per-view points game. It's whatever. I chose wrong, so be it. But with Naomi's character, the whole thing with what she's done in the past, made up for it, did her thing, and now she's missed Money in the Bank. I was so happy for Naomi getting this.
And, I love it because I think it was Josh Sanders said that we had, like, convinced him to pick Roxanne Perez because it seemed like Roxanne was the favorite to win it. And the only reason why I picked her was because – and I thought Naomi should have won. That was the one I really wanted to win. I thought, well, she got this whole Bianca thing going. She got this whole Jade Cargill thing going. So I don't know how she's gonna make that work. But her winning really excited me. But there was tremendous backlash for Naomi winning. She's getting attacked saying, "Oh, of course, she's married to an Uso. Of course, she has a Noah last name. Of course, that's why she's missed Money in the Bank." And it's like, are you not seeing the character development that she's had? Have you not seen how she's excelled in the ring lately? How she's been taking a leadership role in here? I honestly feel like, and listen, this may be an exaggeration, and I know it's an exaggeration when I say this, but she's reminding me of what Drew McIntyre did. Drew McIntyre got released from WWE, went to TNA, reinvented himself, came back, and blew up. She's doing the same thing, in my opinion, and I think she can lead this into a new era for herself. And I'm excited to see where it goes. And you guys know, I wasn't the biggest Naomi fan, but from what I'm seeing now, I'm excited. And I really, really want to see what she does with this briefcase because this proceed with caution stuff is going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It is. Who did I pick? I picked Naomi, or did I pick Roxanne?
I convinced you to pick Roxanne.
Yeah, I think all of us picked Roxanne.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Except for Chris.
Pick Stephanie. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's Chris. Anyway.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, shoot. All right, next match. We got Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. for the Intercontinental Championship. You know what? With this match, I'm just going to say this first of all. People gave shit on this match for Octagon Jr. being in this match. Now, listen. This is this guy's dream. Like, out of anybody in the indie scene, no matter where you come from, you want to have a match in WWE.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was proud for Octagon Jr.
Especially on a pay-per-view.
Yep.
Yes. His first match in WWE for the Intercontinental Championship. How many guys could seriously say that? Or gals could seriously say that?
Yep.
For their debut match.
Yep.
And hearing that he came back crying, even though he lost, like that's awesome to me.
Yep.
Like, and everybody gave shit on this match.
Yep.
Like, come on. And it wasn't bad. Like, it was a good match.
The thing I wrote down was fans couldn't appreciate Octagon Jr.
No. And that was the whole thing of what Worlds Collide was about.
Yep.
Is like getting these AAA guys noticed.
Yeah.
And it worked for Psycho Clown. It worked for Mr. Iguana. And it worked for everybody because it was a great show. And now you're getting shady shit for Dom versus Octagon Jr.
And if what people don't realize is that Octagon Jr. walked so that Pentagon could run.
Yes.
Pentagon. So that Penta can run. Penta is like was supposed to be the evil version of Octagon Jr.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the masks, they're almost exactly the same. They're almost identical, but Penta was the evil version of that. And I think like you can't just like. I think what happens is that people don't understand things, and instead of trying to learn about it, they just rather be ignorant about it. And again, a lot of people hear the word ignorant and they're like, "Oh, you're insulting us." No, it's not. It's not an insulting word. It's just like you're just taking things that you don't understand and you're just trying to push it off as factual, and that's just not the case here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Octagon is a huge name in AAA.
He is.
Huge name in Latin America, and it's just like we're not appreciating, and I love that Dominic had this match with him because listen, Dominic is not the best wrestler in the world. We all know that. This was Octagon's moment to shine.
It was.
Right? We all know that
even if he lost.
Exactly. We already know that Dominic's going to do his dastardly stuff because that's who he is and that's what makes him great. But this wasn't about Dom in this moment. This was about Octagon just being in that ring and having that opportunity. And hopefully we see more of him. Yo, why don't we have a cruiserweight division?
See, and that's the whole thing is like, why isn't there, out of all these belts that WWE has, why isn't that a thing? Like, why, you just sign these AAA guys. Maybe they could come eventually on the way, but it's like you have all these talented wrestlers that could work with the cruiserweights like it was back in the day.
Yep.
Like it could work, especially now. So that's all I got to say is like, it was a good match. It wasn't the highlight of the show. I didn't want to say that, but come on, put some respect on Octagon Jr.
Yeah,
come on, seriously.
I love it, and it's just like because every week I go back and I listen to our show, and because I really like to hear my voice. But no, I always go back and I listen to the show, and I always like try to pick up well that was a good point, and this was a good point too, and it's just like. Honestly, when I listen to you guys talk, you can hear the passion that you guys care about things, and I really do appreciate that. And just hearing Clay talk now about it gets me like excited and emotional because it's just like Octagon Jr. is not somebody he knew about, right? This is just one of his first time seeing him, and just the respect that you're putting out there for him it means a lot to me because it's like. A lot of Latinos don't get recognized, even though they're some of the best performers that wrestling has ever seen. It's just like these guys in AAA, they don't get the notoriety that they deserve. And just hearing you speak about how the fans misread this match it's a huge thing. So shout out to you, brother. Even though you're an Indiana Pacers fan and you eat corn the long way.
See, you get me so emotional and invested. It's like, oh, this is awesome, and then you throw that in there. It's like, God damn it, Rick.
Hey,
but I love you for that. That's all good.
Jab it in there.
That's all right. I get it. But we're in the finals, so it's okay. Next match, we got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This was an okay match. I mean, here's my thing. This rivalry is, to me, it's dead.
Yep.
It's just not exciting no more after the two matches. Like, yes, Lyra won. Becky's getting her last shot, third time scenario. She wins the Intercontinental Championship. And to me, it wasn't a shock. It wasn't, one of those where it was like, oh, Becky finally did it. Becky finally won the title. And it's like, no.
I literally wrote, surprise, surprise, Becky won.
Yeah. It was just that. Like, it was an okay match. Like, they did well in the match. Just the outcome of it, you knew it was coming. And the whole thing afterwards, like with Becky having Lyra raise her hand, a typical heel fashion, the whole thing. And then Becky getting suplexed afterwards. It's like, okay, so we're getting this rivalry still on the way. What happened on Raw changed my mind a little bit about what was going on, but we'll get into that later. It's just one of them things.
Didn't you feel like the arm raising and then the belt around my waist thing? Didn't you feel that it was dragged out?
Too much.
So long. It's like you're wasting
stipulation.
And it's like
as soon as Lyra did the suplex, I'm like, there. She just told you what she thinks about that stipulation.
Yep, and also, like they really are trying to make Becky look a lot more threatening than she actually is. Like the stuff that she was wearing, I'm just like, bro, you're not her. You're
No.
not tough, bro. Stop it.
Mhm.
97 pounds soaking wet. Like Elio outweighs you by like 10 pounds. Like, stop it, bro.
That's right.
Bro, like I honestly, oh my gosh, she's just getting worse and worse.
Well, and the fact that she won this on a roll-up pin too, like she couldn't just pin her clean,
No.
or like something like that. You had to roll her up, pull the tights back, and 1, 2, 3.
And the thing is,
what?
Michael Cole kept trying to sell like she pulled the tights, but Lyra's tights were so tight that Becky couldn't get a hold of anything. So it was actually just a regular roll-up. She got the clean win, but you're trying to. Oh well, yeah, she got the tights. Bro,
it was just tight.
Yeah.
But we'll see what goes from here.
And before you go into the next match, what do we see? Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh my God.
Who don't watch wrestling.
They don't have a clue.
I know this for a fact. You definitely don't watch wrestling. And then her main focus was not having her kid's face be seen. Why the fuck are you out in public at a pay-per-view, PLE, LLP? You're out in public and you're trying to cover his face. Bitch, leave.
See, this is what I was asking Kaylee about because she's all into that,
Kardashians,
celebrities, Kardashians, that sort of thing. I'm like, first of all, when did Travis Barker and one of the Kardashians get together? And she's like, oh, they blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Then you're at an event, like Rick just said, you're sitting floor side seats where the camera can see you, and you're worried about your kid. I understand the reasoning of why people do it. I really do. But what would you expect? You're a Kardashian. You're going to get shown that you're there. Like, exactly what you said.
Yeah.
That's just like,
it's ridiculous. And again, TKO, you're bringing these people in for what?
And that don't have a clue. You can clearly tell. Yeah.
For what, bro? Come on, man.
Anyway, next match. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. You had Solo Sikoa, Andrade, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, and El Grande Americano. This was a great Money in the Bank match. Again, good spots. What's
I like that spot Jacob spot too. I hit you Solo.
Oh, that was perfect. Perfect timing for Jacob Fatu to turn on Solo in this match. And
not if you pick Solo.
Not if you pick Solo, no.
Oh, me.
But
I did.
Solo, to me, was acting a little bit too goofy in this match, in my opinion. Like, I think he's forcing it too much.
He definitely is. But I think he was gold in this match.
I'm not saying it's bad. It was just...
I understand what you're saying, and I think what this is going to lead to is us getting back the old Solo.
Yeah.
Like the tough guy the street fighting champion Solo. I think that's what we're going to get back because this guy was fucking comedy gold. When he was doing the LA Knight, when he was doing the Penta Walk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was on point with it, and I think that's going to lead to him going back to the street fighting champion because he's going to realize, hey, I've been doing too much. I've been joking around too much. Like you said, this was a great Money in the Bank ladder match. Yes. Not for Andrade, who got his nuts crushed by a ladder.
Oh, that was a start. I messaged you guys. I'm like, oh, he took that hard. I was like, Andrade.
Took it right in the airbags.
Right in the pinger winger.
Yes.
But, again, Michael Cole just says some stupid shit. So Wade Barrett is talking about Grande Americano and says, oh, you can tell a big difference in nipple size. What? And then, because again, he's the heel commentator, so he's trying to say that Chad Gable and Grande Americano got different sized nipples.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cole is like, how do you know what his nipples look like? And then Wade Barrett is like, they both wrestle with their shirts off. Like, why are you? Why? And then, first of all, why are you trying to sexualize this? They're nipples, bro. Why are you trying to sexualize this, Michael Cole, and trying to make what is that? Homophobic? We're in 2025, baby.
Well,
Like,
and I'm thinking, I'm watching the show, and I said, "Are we really having to hear a commentator talk about people's nipples on wrestling? Like, what are we doing here?"
well, listen, you say stupid things, you win stupid prizes. So Michael Cole keeps on saying, "Well, he wore Chad Gable's boots and blah blah." Michael Cole, we fucking know it's Chad Gable. We know that. Everybody but Chris.
Allegedly.
We know
Allegedly.
that.
Allegedly, yeah.
But
shoot.
the way you go out of your way, it's Wade Barrett's job to just fuck with you and toy with you. But again, instead of just saying you're out of your mind, you're crazy. How do you know about nipple sizes? What? Because now as the heel commentator, I have to respond instead of you just saying, "Oh, you're crazy." Instead of when you say, "Oh, you're crazy," you stop the conversation. But now you're just like, well, how do you know? Now you're challenging me as a man. Now I gotta say, well, it's because they both have their shirts off.
He put Wade Barrett in a terrible position.
Yes, and like he's trying to be
really
funny,
did.
and then you go and you say something stupid like that. Yeah. But then at the end of the match, I wrote down, surprise, surprise, Seth wins.
Yeah,
of course.
I think we all picked them, didn't we?
Not me.
Oh, he had Solo, yeah.
Oh, you picked Solo.
He picked Solo, yeah. I think the rest of us did. Even Chris. I think he picked Rollins.
No, Chris, I thought picked Andrade.
He picked Andrade?
Oh, that's even worse.
Because he had a winning streak.
A winning streak, but he was winning and losing every now and then.
That's true. But yeah, as soon as you heard in the background Seth calling for the Braun Breaker and the Bronson Reed, and here they came. And then Jacob Fatu and our new friend, JC Mateo, come out to the ring also.
Yeah.
I mean, and that whole thing went down. And
Is he your new buddy, JC Mateo, Clay?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
He's my buddy. I'll take that. That's all right. Me and JC Mateo can be buddies. It's all good. But the thing was with this match, and it was a good Money in the Bank match, but with Seth winning, it made me disgusted with this. Because to me, Money in the Bank is supposed to be an up-and-comer. Like somebody you would never predict, like a Solo, like an Andrade, like an LA Knight.
Yep.
That's never got an opportunity. And for Seth to win, you knew it was kind of coming, but he doesn't need this Money in the Bank.
On the same night that his wife wins Intercontinental title.
That's true, too.
And it goes back to Triple H.
Yep.
Like Triple H, at some point, you got to let him go.
Well, and all these accolades that Seth already wins, he doesn't need another Money in the Bank. Like, you're I don't know.
And his Money in the Bank cash-in is already the number one cash-in of all time. How are you going to top that?
Yep. True. I guess we'll see from here. I understand the whole gimmick thing, and he could do a lot with the Money in the Bank, but I just don't feel like that was right.
No.
There's
a wrong and LA Knight, the fans are pissed off. LA Knight, this is his third Money in the Bank that he lost. Now, I don't understand it. I don't see what everybody else sees in LA Knight, and maybe I'm wrong. But I don't want him to win Money. I didn't want him to win Money in the Bank. I didn't even think about him winning Money in the Bank. But fans are really upset that he's not that he didn't win this one.
Now I understand. Like 2 years ago, if people would be like, "Well, LA Knight's up there. LA Knight is big. He's over. He's getting the biggest chance." But now it's 2 years past, and it's like, I'm sorry to say, but LA Knight is not that great anymore.
Yep.
I get the hype at 2 years ago, but right now it's like. The gimmick hasn't changed. You haven't done anything but win a United States Championship. And I'm not trying to throw shit on him because I don't think he's a terrible wrestler. It's just like you need to change something up because now it's stale as can be.
So here's the question. Did he reach his glass ceiling? Is there no more for him to go up?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think if he was heel, it would work a lot better.
Yeah.
I really do. Not the whole thing as a heel because it's like, no, but something else. Like, he can be a good heel.
Yep.
He really could. And I think if he would be just heel instead of this whole babyface thing, which does get over some.
Yep.
But it's stale. It's just that. And I hate to say it like that, but to me, it's like, oh, yeah, there's LA Knight. Yeah.
So Did Vince and Triple H destroy LA Knight's momentum?
No.
So
no, I think Vince did, but not Triple H.
Vince would have.
So no, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, 2 years ago he should have won the. So you're saying 2 years ago he should have won the Money in the Bank?
Yes.
Yes.
That would have been ideal for him. I agree. I agree.
Yep. I think it would have shot him to the moon. Really, I mean, really, and he could still be on the moon today.
Listen,
maybe if he won Money in the Bank.
Listen, if Katy Perry can do it, so can he.
They're very true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Main event and the last match: Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Okay. So this to me was the worst match of the night.
Yep. I agree.
From start.
There's only one thing that saved it.
Yes. Yep. Yes. That is the only thing that saved this match. This was boring. This was typical what John Cena is doing in this last, last time seeing him and this and that. He cannot keep up in the ring no more. I'm sorry.
He ruined the main event.
He ruined it. And yes, he ruins wrestling, blah, blah, blah. But this was bad. Like, the pace was off throughout the match.
Was boring.
The match was boring, and it was like sitting there, and I'm seriously sitting on the couch about to fall asleep.
Commentary was horrible.
Commentary was completely off the whole thing. And it was just that. Like, yes, Logan did his typical, flippity flop off the table.
Yeah.
And that was cool, whatever.
Which a guy was caught unlatching the table so it could collapse.
Yes.
You can't have that happen.
No,
you cannot have that happen.
Especially behind the barricade and somebody's right there. It's like, dude, no. You just ruined that spot. And Logan did take a hard bump when it did it to Jay. And this match was not good until this guy jumps in the ring, attacks John Cena. And you know what? I'm thinking, who is this? Who is this? And the back, I was like, oh, this is truth.
I mean, that's when I realized it.
Yeah.
And like, you watch a lot of these influencers and a lot of these content creators, they're just like, who is it? Who is it? And you see it's R-Truth's skin. Yes. And they're like, who is it? Who is it? And they wait till he takes off his mask and they go crazy. I'm like, I knew it was R-Truth as soon as he slid into the ring.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I jumped from my seat. My son, Tyler, of course, he's the biggest John Cena fan anybody's ever. No, I'm just saying right now.
Yeah.
He's like, what, Daddy? What? And it's like, Truth. And I was and it brought me back into passion for this match. Like, yes, thank you. They finally did it. They brought back R-Truth. Then attacks John Cena. Cody gets the pin, and it was all good and sailing from there. It didn't matter what happened in this match.
Yep.
We got Truth back.
Well,
so that's
John Cena's ruining wrestling so much that he couldn't even take the title shot. Like, he literally just threw himself back before Truth even came close to his face. Like, at some point, you got to stop this man. I will also say this. They kept mentioning Logan Paul has under 20 matches in his career. This motherfucker has less than 20 matches in his career. He has a U.S. title reign. He has had multiple shots at the heavyweight title. Mm-hmm. Do we understand that Jake the Snake Roberts has never won a single title in WWE?
Yeah.
That's sickening.
Has never won a single title in WWE. Let that sink in. Jake the Snake Roberts has never won a single title in WWE. I don't even recall him going for the title at any given point. Maybe he has.
He has.
But Logan Paul, having not only a U.S. title reign, but 2 WWE heavyweight title matches under his belt, and Jake the Snake?
Plus multiple main events.
Bro.
I mean, really, let's get real.
Let that sink in, bro.
It's sad. It really is. And I don't want to hear the people say, oh, well, he respects the business. And yada. I'm like, bull fucking shit, dude.
Let me ask you this. Has Ricky the Steamboat Dragon, has he ever gone for a WWF title? I don't think so.
Not that I can recall.
And he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul has had 2 title shots already.
And in the main event.
And in the main event, multiple times.
Yep.
And stop with the fucking drones. Stop with the drones.
I wish somebody. The thing was when Logan grabbed the drone and got flipped off the turnbuckle. I wish Jay just jumped on it and smashed that fucking drone. That would have made my whole fucking night.
Also, the drones were showing that you had no audience in the stadium.
Yeah.
So at some point you gotta be. Oh wait, change the camera. Change the fucking camera.
But they'll let Logan do whatever he wants. It's like, come on, guys, this is ridiculous.
And R-Truth coming back was huge. But I will say this: we understand you were forced to bring R-Truth back because the fans weren't having it. They hijacked SmackDown, they hijacked Raw. They were just taking over, and it was like, no, you need to bring this guy back. But I will
don't think
say
many
this.
wrestlers were for it either.
Oh, absolutely not. But I will say this: I don't like that they brought him back. And I'll tell you why. Bringing him back, especially not that they brought him back, but bringing him back this soon, because now, obviously, Triple H is selling it like it was part of the story. So your story is you're gonna fake somebody release, somebody losing their job, and you bring them back. But then you got people like Carlito, Sarah Logan, who actually got released.
Yeah.
And now you got people. Maybe it's part of the story. No, they lost their job. Yeah. They lost their job.
They did that with Drake Maverick, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're not coming back. They're done. So you making it part of the story because of the fans are getting upset, that's kind of low. I don't like that shit. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm loving that Truth is back. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he should have been released at all.
Not at all.
But
nope.
The way they went about this, I'm not a big fan of it. And I get it because now it makes sense that R-Truth would attack Cena, but does it? Because after he lost to Cena, you guys moved him on to a match with JC Mateo.
Yeah.
So it seemed like Truth was done with Cena. So you can't really try to say, it's part of the story, and that's why we brought him back. He has unfinished business with John Cena. You can't say that.
No.
Because he already moved on the next week to JC Mateo and Fatu and Solo. So, no. You're not going to pull the wool over my eyes and tell me that the opposite. That's not true.
This is the obvious thing. This was a force onto WWE.
Yeah.
By signing Truth. I mean,
absolutely.
Come on. You can't tell me that they released him and thought, wait. Maybe
let's make it into a storyline.
Yeah, bullshit. That was not in their plans. Don't give me that. And especially with Triple H at the press conference. Like, that irritated me.
Right?
Like, it just fucking, you sit there. I'm like,
part of the story.
Bullshit. Yeah. It's like, you enjoying the show? No, it wasn't part of the show. Come on. We're not that dumb. Like, come on, people.
No, we are. Because there was a lot of fans that are like, we got worked.
No, you didn't get worked. Come on.
God.
It drove me nuts.
And it goes back to this word ignorant, where people will be like, yeah, look at you. You're getting yourself worked up, but you got worked. If you're worked up, that means they got you, dude. Let me put down this doobie, bro.
Shout out to 420.
Cheech and Chong over here like, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, man.
Man. Money in the Bank
was Money in the Bank.
Overall, I thought it was a good show. I do think that Worlds Collide was better.
Yes.
So I will give this a B+.
I'm gonna give it a B-.
Okay.
I'll meet in the middle. I'll give it a B.
I'll go with the B.
There you go. All right, so that is your.
By the way, the only time Ricky Steamboat challenged for the title was at WrestleMania 4.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
In that tournament.
Oh, okay. Yes. So it wasn't directly for the title; it was the tournament to get to the title.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go. And this is why this is why Elio's here, bro, because he's an encyclopedia, bro.
He really is.
All right, so that is your Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. We have to take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we got This Week in Wrestling.
Hey guys, this is Hardcore Country Mickey James, and you are listening to Wrestling POV Podcast.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Hi, I'm WWE superstar Charlotte Flair, also known as the Queen, and listen to Wrestling POV Podcast, and always do it with Flair. Woo!
What's up, wrestling fans? It is yours truly, Ruby Soho, and you're listening to Wrestling POV Podcast with the man, Tony Diaz.
Hey, I'm only doing this promo because my great friend Ruby Soho told me to do it. Hey, make sure you guys tune in to the Wrestling POV Podcast, all right? These guys have everything you need to know about the world of professional wrestling. And I'm talking about Tony Diaz, Clay, and my boy Leo. Hey, make sure you tune in once again to the Wrestling POV Podcast with my boy Tony Diaz, Clay, and Leo. And trust me, those guys know how to swerve when you drive and you swerve when you drive. Hey, tune in, my friends.
And we are back, and you can find Wrestling POV every Friday on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, and Amazon Music. And now, Tony, it's time to get to This Week in Wrestling.
All right, let's get right into it. You guys want to talk about Raw?
Let's get Raw.
Go.
All right, you got the John. I'm just going to run it down real quick, and then we pick which ones we want to talk about. John Cena's promo with CM Punk, AJ Styles versus Chad Gable, Rhea versus Roxanne versus Carrie versus Liv, Becky's promo, R-Truth promo, Penta versus Braun versus Dominic versus Sammy, Nikki Bella returns, and Gunther versus Jay. Guys, which one you want to talk about the most?
Ooh.
I mean, let's talk about R-Truth's promo.
All right.
I think, honestly, R-Truth's promo or Ron Killing's promo was one of the best promos of the year.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, well, the passion that Ron brought, like, you saw that this was pissing him off. Like, that was the passion. Like, you fans brought me back. Like, thank you all for... What's up?
Are we going to have a new category, promo of the year, for our
I think so. I think so.
I don't see why not.
That's a nominee, promo of the year.
That
Ron
is.
Killings. The
Yes. And the fact of the
You know
matter...
what? See, just that right there, when he thanked the fans for bringing them back.
Yes.
That shows Triple H that it wasn't part of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a work.
Yep.
No. And him cutting his braids, which needed done.
Yes.
Really did. But the way he did it on Raw, I'm like, oh my God, he's doing it. And this whole character of his, the whole change, I'm like, this works perfect for Ron. I'm so happy for him. It's weird calling R-Truth Ron Killings.
Yeah.
It really is, even though that is his real name. But I'm excited to see what they do with this. I'm excited to see what he does with this.
Yeah. This
So,
was
awesome.
Yeah. He started off, your voice matters. I'm back because of y'all. Not only did you bring Truth back, you got me. We all love R-Truth. I love R-Truth. R-Truth can be funny all the time, too nice and forgiving. Not me. I wish you would. I feel different. I feel alive. You think I'm some sideshow act, a gimmick, and then he cut the locks, bro. That was crazy. And of course, the truth has set me free. I want the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name. Now, what a lot of people don't know is he did cut a similar promo when he was in TNA for the first time, as Ron Killings, talking about getting released and talking about how he was upset with WWE. I'm excited for this. I don't know where they go with it.
I'm curious to know.
People are talking about heavyweight title. I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I really would. You think so?
Yeah. Yep.
See, here's the thing. It's like, I'm on the fence with it. I would like, if we get Ron, first of all.
You know why I'm saying that, though?
Go ahead.
What's that?
Because we've said it before on this show.
Yep.
We have said that R-Truth needs a title run before he retires.
Yep.
Yeah. We have.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. It's like, I can see it happening. It's just like, but the thing is, you have a lot of other stuff going on, but it has to be against Cena. Like, I don't want to see him going up against Jey Uso or Gunther or anything like that. I want to see Ron Killings against John Cena.
Yeah.
You're right.
And it has to happen sooner rather than later. Like, don't drag this out.
And let me tell you something. John Cena would drop the belt for R-Truth.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because rumors going around. I don't want to say if it's a rumor because I believe it to be true, is that John Cena knew that they were going to release him or his contract was expiring. So he wanted to do a program with R-Truth before R-Truth left.
Okay.
That's why they did all that on Saturday night's main event.
Well, like Rick said, this momentum is probably the biggest that R-Truth has ever had or Ron Killings has ever had. So they need to get into it now because if you drag this out, surely in like 2 months, I don't feel like people would care as much.
Yep.
I really don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
Clay, I'm going to put this out there. Elio, I know you know the answer. Clay, what movie is that from?
Shirley?
And don't call me Shirley.
No clue.
Oh, Airplane.
Oh, see, I'm terrible with movies.
But he's like, Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
See, that's
classic.
I'm like, oh, man.
Classic line. Oh, God, that brought me back. But speaking of going back, Gunther defeats Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title on Raw.
Clean.
No Seth Rollins. No nothing. And you got Jay Brones on Busted Open Radio like Bully Ray saying this was amazing match because they weren't doing the flippy shit. They weren't doing this. They were exchanging sleeper holds.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean that this was a great match? Listen, and you guys listen. This Raw, we said in our chat it was a good Raw. This match sucked ass. This match, first of all, a 6-minute entrance, and I asked myself, why is Jey Uso's kid with them? Well, now we know why. Because this is the last time you get to walk with Daddy with the title. This match was god-awful. It was so slow, and they were exchanging sleeper holds.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even clean sleeper holds. It was just, oh, God.
Jay should have never developed a sleeper hold. I don't understand what
a spear, bro. Who's idea?
When Jay has never had a submission move in his career, and then all of a sudden he's making Gunther tap at Mania, and all of a sudden now he's got the sleeper hold in his bag. Since when?
Sleeper hold used to be more effective in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
As a finisher. It doesn't work today.
No.
I feel like your uncle had a lot of stuff in this match.
That's true. He might have.
He's like, hey, you know what? The $1 Million Dream ain't too bad, you know?
It worked in the 80s. It doesn't work in 2025, Uncle Ted.
Bro, this was not it, bro. And then for Gunther to win by sleeper, like, this is so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like, there was no fight from Jay. Like, when they checked the arm, there was nothing. He literally just passed out.
Well, and there was a time in the match where I thought Gunther was going to pass out to a sleeper hold with Jay, and I thought, there ain't no way you're having Gunther tap twice or pass out in the middle of the ring for the world title.
Listen,
but
out of everybody that was watching the match and that was involved in the match, the only person that was threatening to pass out was me because this match was fucking boring. I was like, this is a god-awful match. And then for Gunther to win, you're just like, and then here's a crazy thing. On Jey Uso's entrance, they showed 51 days as champ. I said, yo, they've never done that before. Are they just letting us know that he's had the title for 51 days because it's gonna end tonight? And I was like, there's no way unless Seth Rollins cashes in.
See, I was expecting that to happen.
Yes,
more than anything.
I mean, we were calling it, and then the only thing I can think of is that they don't believe in Jay anymore, which is totally logical.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: why would you give the belt to Gunther? And I'm telling you why. Because they're going to Saudi Arabia. And you know who's scheduled for his retirement match in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, Goldberg.
Goldberg. Oh, fuck.
There you go.
Oh,
Goldberg's
boy.
about to win the world heavyweight titles in Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, boys.
Yo, you about
I don't care. I won't be here anyways to see it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, this is not good.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. But here's the thing. Where does Jey Uso go from here?
That's the thing. You know, I mean, even when he first won the world title. Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking. But I'm like, who's he going to tag with? Can't tag with Cody. You're going to tag with Jimmy again?
Yes. Just like Kofi did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kofi
I mean,
went
Raw,
right back
Raw
to
needs a
pancakes.
tag team division. Jeez.
They really do. They really do.
And speaking of the tag team division, what the hell was New Day doing backstage?
Oh,
Their promos are god awful.
they really are.
Like,
And
it just makes no sense what they say. And thank God for their new. It's like, shut up. Like, shut up. Fix your hair. Do something. Like, shut up.
You guys don't do anything with the World Tag Team Championships.
No.
It's like, no, there's no rivalry. Everybody who holds them, and I'm including the War Raiders in this, there's nothing done to these titles.
Nope.
It's like they win them, and then they're off TV for a month, and then they defend them. It's like, wait, no. I don't know.
And then the next thing on Raw I want to talk about was what was supposed to be a very exciting moment that just got covered over really quickly was Bayley returning.
Yeah.
She is getting so disrespected.
Bro,
It really
you
is.
have Lyra coming out because Becky's just yelling, she tried to kill me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
How is he trying to kill you? And then you have Bayley come out and beat her ass first of all. First of all.
For journalistic purposes.
For
That's
journalistic purposes only.
That's right.
Bayley came bouncing. And I will say this. How dare you again disrespect Bayley by having her just move to the side and then have R-Truth come out?
Yep. Yep.
You couldn't go to a commercial break?
Exactly. And then
You
come
couldn't
back.
show Bayley standing tall because Becky dropped the fucking title. You couldn't show Bayley holding up the title?
Exactly. You could have went to commercial and then come back to commentary and then have R-Truth's promo. Easy as that. But yet, you're disrespecting Bayley.
Yep.
R-Truth's had a 1.8 million views, I think it was.
Yeah.
His segment, which was more than CM Punk and John Cena's promo, which we'll get to in a second. But Bayley's not even going to get any kind of fucking attention now.
No.
Nope.
So what kind of fucking return was that? You didn't even get like the camera on her face fully.
Yeah.
So you saw her beat up Becky. You saw Becky running, and you never went back to Bayley.
Nope. Which you should have.
Fuck, man.
Right.
Like, what does she have to do?
Because wouldn't you want to see her reaction of Becky running? Like,
Yes.
the whole thing of, I'm going to get you, blah, 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 and go at her like she's pissed at her. You want to see her pissed.
Yep.
But nothing. Not a damn thing.
Shit. And then we did have the CM Punk John Cena promo. John Cena doesn't do it for me.
Nope.
CM Punk, he challenges John Cena. John Cena accepts it for Night of Champions at in Saudi Arabia. CM Punk says that he has to become a monster to stop the monster. Okay. I think it was kind of weak. This on both ends, from CM Punk and from John Cena. The crowd wasn't into it at all.
Then I read that John Cena put out a tweet taking a shot at Punk's comments on the Saudi appearances, past Saudi appearance references.
Yep.
And I gotta say, money talks.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Look at Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who won his qualifying match, which I did not see coming.
No.
Now, let's be real. Maybe it was just me. I see Dominic as a great King of the Ring.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Dominic Mysterio would be a great King of the Ring. And you had
Mysterio.
him lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You had him lose to Sami Zayn, who doesn't beat anybody.
No. King of the Ring, to me, is supposed to be a heel.
Yes. Well,
I mean, the best King of the Rings are heels.
Yes. And I put it out on the chat. The minute Sammy won, I put on there, he's going to win the King of the Ring.
Yep.
Because the finals is in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
You know? So it was, as soon as he won, it automatically popped in my head. Oh, he's winning it. The whole thing.
Not as a baby face, though.
Yeah.
Sammy could be a great heel. He really could because he's done it in the past. But this Sammy version is like, oh, no, I don't want to see this Sammy as King of the Ring.
Sami Zayn as King of the Ring is going to be worse or equal to Hacksaw Jim Duggan as King of the Ring.
Yeah.
That's a good take, too.
That's how it is. Two fucking caveman-looking motherfuckers as King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And he didn't even win a King of the Ring. He beat Haku to become King of the Ring.
Which is so unbelievable.
The nicest guy in the world, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, beats somebody like Haku.
Yeah.
That bites noses off.
Good call, Elio, because I forgot about that.
He's a wrestling dictionary.
There you go.
He really is. We're not bullshitting.
I was for a second, but
yeah, I would have said encyclopedia instead of dictionary, but that's just me.
My bad.
But here is where WWE sells their soul. You have Nikki Bella come back. Do we not know all the legal trouble that Nikki Bella's having right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing?
Explain to the people who don't know.
So Nikki Bella and her ex-husband, who was from Dancing with the Stars, the dancer guy, apparently she made false accusations of domestic violence against him and asked for custody of their kid. And actually, the court found that she was guilty, and they flipped everything, and now she has to pay child support, and she has shared custody with the kid now with this man, her ex-husband. And it's just like, that's interesting. So you make false allegations and you get the tables turned on you, and now all of a sudden you need a job again. Now you're back in WWE. Interesting. It just seems like when you have John Laurinaitis as a stepfather, you can get away with stupid shit. Like, what are we doing? And then I was like, oh, the reason why she's back is because they're in Arizona. She's from Arizona. Oh, and she's going to announce the Evolution pay-per-view. No, now her dumb ass is going to fight Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan, who has a tag team partner because she's a tag team champ. Who do you think Nikki Bella is going to get to be her tag team partner?
Primo.
There you go. So that's what we're going to have at the Evolution pay-per-view. And let's stop talking about how the Bellas, the Hall of Fame Bella twins, have revolutionized any fucking aspect of the women's division in professional wrestling.
What?
They were nothing but valets. Not saying valet's a bad thing, but they were nothing about wrestling.
No. They got over because of their show. Total Divas.
Listen.
Let me just be real.
The biggest thing about their career is in her bra.
Damn.
Not Brie.
No.
Definitely Nikki. But again, what? You have all of these women that you can portray And we have Michelle McCool running around as a Hall of Famer, the Bella Twins running around as a Hall of Fame. Like, what are we really telling people? Like, if you just know somebody in the business, you can get shot to the moon. Nepotism is a fucking joke at this point, man. Like, it really is. It really fucking is. With that being said, the women's Queen of the Ring qualifier match, I really think these multi-women matches are really awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just seems like the pacing is always off. We had Roxanne Perez defeat, which I think was the right choice. Roxanne Perez defeat Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and Liv Morgan.
Yep.
But like I said, there's something wrong with Kairi Sane. She just seems off with a lot of things. If you saw her and Rhea, they were botching moves back and forth. I'm sorry, Chris Jericho. They were making mistakes, not botching.
I mean, he called me my headphones over. He said, "Hey, tell Rick to watch himself with that word."
Sorry. Like I said, very sloppy match.
Yeah.
Roxanne winning was the right choice, clearly. And then you have Io backstage saying, "You paved the way for us," to Nikki Bella. Like,
no.
Io, like, don't put yourself down like that.
Absolutely not.
Like, they the gum that stuck to the pavement. They are not paving any kind of road for anybody. Get out of here.
No.
It's true.
But yeah,
I'm glad Roxanne won though.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The right choice. I don't think Sammy should have won. And speaking of should have won, Chad Gable should not be losing to AJ Styles.
Why you say that?
After the match he had with Vikingo, AJ Styles, listen, there are who said this? Somebody said this. I saw somebody said that AJ Styles and guys like that, their best days, they have less best days ahead of them than somebody like Chad Gable. So these are the times. These are the times where AJ put people over.
Yeah, AJ's at a point where he doesn't really need to win. He can just help put people over.
Agreed.
And Chad Gable, like we said, and this is why this whole Owen Hart effect thing, we're not taking Chad Gable serious because we got him going around as Grande Americano. And now, he's not going to be the best at it. He's not going to be at his best because he got injuries from the ladder match. But that's not him. It's not supposed to be him. It's all like, come on, man.
And I thought this match was quick. Like, these two could have done so much more in the time that they had.
And the Styles clash was terrible.
Yeah.
It was.
I'll agree with you. I really will.
Yeah.
This was not supposed to happen.
Yeah. This overall, like we said. Oh, wait. LA Knight attacking Braun Breaker? Why was that? Why did that happen?
Not a clue.
Did I miss something?
I know. That's what I was saying myself.
Yeah, see, Asuka's back.
Yeah, she's having a match next week.
Yes, she's going to be in the Queen of Ring tournament. And then who was it? The women's that had a mystery opponent?
Men's.
Yes.
The men's had a mystery opponent.
Oh, the men's. Yeah.
Men's did. Yes.
So yeah,
Dragunov?
speculate. Ooh.
Dragunov?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, didn't think about that. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, they got Sheamus and Rusev in that matchup too, so that's going to be something interesting.
Why don't they put Karrion Kross in this tournament?
See, and that's the other thing. He's not even in King of the Ring.
It wasn't on Raw.
No, he wasn't neither.
So
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, for what it was, I mean, you guys said you liked it. I thought it was a pretty good Raw. I don't think it was a great Raw. I thought it was pretty good. But there's just some, like we said, the main event just fell flat. Like, the world title just changed hands, and it just didn't feel like anything happened. And funny thing about Gunther was he went backstage and no one was there to celebrate, and he said, he's like, I don't need friends. That's not why I do this. I do this to be the best. I do this to be the champion. That's why. I don't care that nobody's back here. Forget them. So it's like, okay. But again, it just felt kind of flat. But
Yeah.
I did like I said, I did like the match with not Chad Gable. I love R-Truth's promo. The men's match with Penta and Zayn and them, that was good. I just didn't think Sami Zayn should have won that match. And the Punk promo with Cena, I didn't think was great. It was okay. Roxanne winning, but it was a sloppy match. R-Truth stole the show. I think that's the best part of the show, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is your Raw. SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was pretty good.
It was.
My biggest thing with SmackDown was, however, Jimmy Uso defeating JC Mateo via pinfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a roll-up.
And, of course, the interference with Fatu getting on the rope, and then JC Mateo blaming Fatu for the loss. But it's like, why is JC Mateo losing?
He should not lose.
To Jimmy. No offense to Jimmy.
No.
Why? JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb is supposed to be a monster.
Yep.
And
friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah, he is. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
Well, he said my last name, just saying.
That's true. God.
But you know what I just thought of?
What?
I think having Ron Killings go in a feud with Jimmy would be great to start off with.
Why you say that?
Because we're not going to see Ron Killings go straight after Cena right now. Right? So have him show up on SmackDown and have Jimmy be like, yo, you're back. Yo, you did a great thing. And just Ron either slaps him in the face or just disses him.
So you're saying Ron Killings heel?
Yes.
As a heel?
Yes.
I could see that. But here's my thing.
He's already been a heel. He's already in the past, so I think it works.
In WWE?
Well, would the crowd let him be a heel, though? The crowd absolutely loves him.
See,
the crowd wouldn't do that, though. Yeah.
That's the trouble. That's the issue that I have.
Yes.
Is that the people love him so much that they still cheer for him even if he turns heel.
I don't think it'll work.
I don't think it would work either.
The first time he was a heel was in 2011. He challenged John Cena at Capital Punishment.
Right, but that's when people hated R-Truth.
Yeah.
Like I just don't see if it can work now.
So this is why I think it would work.
It's going to be like Stone Cold. They're going to cheer for him.
Exactly. No matter what he does, he's going to get cheered for. Also, it's fucking Jimmy Uso. Like,
is it too obvious for R-Truth, though, because he's going to call him Little Jimmy? Is it too close to that? Or are we not going to mention Little Jimmy at all? Like, just say Jimmy Uso, Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy's over playing sitting in his boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe it doesn't work. But I just don't. He can't. Listen, John Cena got too much going on right now. He can't, like, him and Truth can't go at it right now. We have to establish Ron Killings, right? We have to establish him as who he is. So maybe do a couple more promos, but he got to get in the ring and he's got to do some devastating things. Speaking of devastating things, the Wyatt 6 promo talking about how your brotherhood will be tested. So
talking about the Street Profits?
Talking about the tag teams in general, it seemed like. They said about the tag team division. Is it a possibility that they go for all the straps, all the tag titles?
The thing is, though, with the Wyatt 6, they don't need titles.
That's true.
They don't. And it's like, if they get all the belts...
Which two are going to be the champions?
With tag team champs?
No, which two of them are going to be champions?
No, that's why I said both for Raw and SmackDown. Maybe they take.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Okay, I'm thinking like singles titles and then
no. I'll say
titles.
Yep,
I see what you're saying. Okay, then that would work.
Yeah, and then just have it that they're just taking over the tag team division because again, we said last week we don't really see them on the upper echelon of professional wrestling. So maybe they can spice up the tag team division. And I also do like this whole brotherhood being tested thing. But here's the thing where the Wyatts fell flat before is okay, you're going to test them. And, they're going to change their characters. Now the Street Profits are against each other, and this guy's against each other, and he's turning. But what are you doing to elevate your characters? What are you doing to elevate your team? How is making the Street Profits turn on each other and DIY turn on each other benefit your career? Where are you going, right? Because Karrion Kross, guess what? Everybody that's messed with Karrion Kross turned heel. And then what did that do for Karrion Kross? Nothing. But everybody else got elevated. So it's like, what are the Wyatts going to do from here? I feel like we got to get there faster than dragging it out every week. I think this is a good start. Hopefully they get to the point quicker rather than later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially
this time around, because we saw what happened the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But, yep.
Yeah, and there was too much Seth Rollins on this show.
When he's a Raw guy.
Yeah. Too much. I get it because you were trying to set up for the Money in the Bank match, but he's going to take out his opponents. But there was just way too much. He was like 3 or 4 times he appeared on this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like I said, I was excited when they talked about King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring coming back. That was good. But we'll see, man. Yeah, that's what I got for SmackDown.
Yeah. Yep. All right. What about NXT or AEW?
Mariah May making her debut in NXT.
Yes.
Which speaking of, she's going by Blake Monroe.
Jesus
really?
Christ.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, because Mariah May is her real name. So W likes to trademark stuff. Because W likes to trademark stuff. So
Blake Monroe.
Terrible.
That's stupid.
Terrible. You have to stay away from the name Monroe.
Yeah.
You can't.
You really do.
You cannot use that name.
No. Tony Storm doesn't even use the name Monroe.
Yeah.
She's the closest thing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to absolutely stay away from that name. Terrible. Trick Williams defeated Mike Santana, and word is WWE is interested in signing Mike Santana.
Yep.
Good for him. I mean, seriously.
And I got a question.
Yes.
On what planet, in what universe, does Elijah get a title shot, an NXT title match against all odds?
Right.
Against who?
Trick.
Against Trick? Really?
Yeah. TNA title shot.
Odds. This was on June the 6th.
On
the Friday night.
Yeah. And that's, I don't know. That's the other one that I can't ever get behind, though, the whole Elijah thing. He's fucking Elias. Like, he's one of those guys you can't just see Elijah. It's like, no, damn it.
Wasn't there something else that happened on Friday night with TNA? Something big that happened on the pay-per-view? Did someone debut?
Sure.
Yeah. The Inspiration's back.
Yes.
It was iconic.
Iconic!
Oh, iconic!
How could we forget that?
My favorite tag team.
Billy Kay and Peyton Royce are back.
They should have won the tag titles before the Bellas. I'm just saying.
I can see them showing up on WWE. Billy Kay bringing her recipes back.
Oh my God! Yes.
But here's the thing, though: do they go by the Iconics or do they go by Inspiration?
They're gonna go Inspiration.
Yeah, they're gonna go Inspiration.
But they're the Iconics. You can't do
you
that.
Know does their theme, right?
Yeah.
Harley Cameron.
Oh, true. Yep. I mean, and my other thing is, though, with going back to the NXT with Mike Santana and Trick Williams, I was still shocked that they had AJ Francis on NXT TV.
Yeah.
Like,
the guy who put over every other superstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about
and
top
he made
dollar.
He made stars out. He made stars out of everyone.
Yeah, right.
What?
Couldn't even jump off the top rope.
No. And then he bitched about that. Like, dude, no.
His
But anyway.
diabetes. That's what happened. It was because of his diabetes.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Not making fun of people who have diabetes.
Right. I get that. Still, it's like, oh, God. But that's all I have for NXT, really.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
then
what about AEW?
AEW. First of all, can we get Max Caster off my TV?
please.
Why?
This
Wait, what do he do?
Because they're
I
doing the
missed
whole
it.
the best wrestler alive thing that he's going by, and he
Oh,
keeps
is he
having
still
this
doing that? Is he
open
still doing that
challenge.
stupid thing? That
Yeah.
stupid thing with his like award or whatever.
Yes, and trying to get over that he's the best wrestler alive, and getting the referee to sign this contract thing that he's the best wrestler alive, and the chant, that too long fucking chant that doesn't fucking work.
And
then
he loses.
He loses, and then comes out Powerhouse Hobbs to mop the floor with him, and then he loses. It's like, we can't keep doing this shit.
Yeah, no,
we can't.
Absolutely not. Don't waste my time with this.
No.
I will say, waste my time with the AEW International Championship match, 4-way match. Kenny Omega defeating Claudio, Brody King, and Mascara Dorada.
What the fuck was this?
Listen, it is what it is. I just feel like whenever you have Kenny Omega in a match, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I didn't
get
hate
that, but how predictable was this shit though? At least give it to somebody who has a chance. No offense to Brody King or Claudio or whoever the other guy was from CMLL. I don't want to mispronounce his name, so that's why I said that.
Mascara Dorada.
What Rick said. But the thing is, it's like, this was so predictable. It's like, okay, Kenny's retaining here. No.
This is the thing that AEW does. This is where they screw up. They don't give any backstory on these guys. I don't know who you guys from CMLL are.
Nope.
On WWE on this past weekend, they did videos all over the AAA guys and giving stories on who they are.
Yep. Exactly.
Now, it's not like you don't have the time, right? Because you do have the time. You do fit these things in. Find a way. There's always a way that you can fit it in. And some of your matches go on for way too long.
That they do.
John Moxley defeating Mark Briscoe. Why is Mark Briscoe fighting the champion?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
speaking of, what about the comment that Will Ospreay made?
Which one?
Where he said that the reason why AEW sucks.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yo, I gotta hear from AEW fans after that, because you have Will Ospreay saying the reason why AEW sucks is because you're the champion. Like, you can't say that, and you can see the moment he realized he fucked up. Say, fuck, bruv.
Fuck, bruv. I just fucked up, bruv.
Holy
all right, go ahead. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there.
No,
it was
what
good
does
that
do?
you said that.
What does that do for your company?
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. If you're a fan of Will Ospreay, like I'm a fan of Will Ospreay, I'm not bothered by that. I'm not bothered by it at all, because the truth of the matter is, since Moxley's been champion, it sucked. All the main event matches with Moxley sucks.
Yeah. There was a sign.
Where's that title? I haven't seen it in a long time.
There was a sign in the crowd that somebody had that had the date of the last time they saw the AEW championship. That was back in October.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
And your main prize of your company, and you haven't seen it since October, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a gimmick. I don't care at all if it's your character. That's not good.
No.
At all.
What is good, or what was good a couple of weeks ago, was the Timeless Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné promo. Where they kissing her on her hand and just
journalistic purposes, Rick.
Yes, of course. The dancing and all that stuff. And let me tell you something. Just for journalistic purposes, I think the AEW water is making Miss Mercedes Moné a little thicker. In my just gonna throw that out there. Sasha was a little skinny thing, and Mercedes Moné,
she's starting to get some meat on her bones.
She got some junk.
She just won another title over in Austria.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm talking about. Like, what do you guys thought I was talking about? I'm talking
my
about
bad.
the weight of the championships. He's thicker with championships.
That's
Easy.
what it is.
Easy, Triple H. Easy there. We're not that gullible, buddy.
He got me. He figured it out. It's part of the story.
You enjoying the show?
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you kids and you pesky Elio.
Especially at Clay.
That's why they brought me back.
Damn it.
But yeah, and real quick, I want to bring up, and the other highlight of the show was, in fact, the Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné promo. But there was a match that I actually enjoyed. It was LFI versus Commander, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Random match. It was this random faction with Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Commander. But these guys showed up in this match. Was really invested into it. And even with Commander, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey getting the win, this was good. Like, I enjoyed it all around.
And that's what I said a couple of weeks ago about AEW is that they have these matches where they mix a bunch of guys together, and it actually turns out pretty good. Like these 6-man tags, these 8-man tag matches actually are better, in my opinion. I think they do those matches better than WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. AEW also has its moments where they drop the ball and they have terrible 6-man tag, 8-man tag matches. But I think this is one of those things where AEW it can benefit from. Now, you don't have to always have, like, I don't agree with the 6-man, the 3-man title, the trios title. I don't agree with that. You don't have to have that as a title. You can have regular wrestling matches. Just, if you're going to have it, okay, well, you know what? This team won. Now they're going to play this. They're going to fight this team that also won the week before. And just do something like that. Build a story off of wins and losses. Like AEW, you try to do it, and you just drop the ball with it.
So you never hear that anymore.
No, because they weren't being consistent with it. You either go all in, pun intended, or you go all out, pun intended. You just got to find a way to make it work. Find what you're good at. But AEW are so, like, gun-ho about taking out WWE and taking everybody else out that you're not focusing on what you're actually good at. And these 6-man and 8-man tag matches is what AEW is good at. So
they
make
really
it happen.
Are.
Like, really, like, focus on those things. Stop having grudge matches and casket matches and hospital matches and all these other shit. Like, you don't need to have that. Orange juice match. I'll never forgive them for that bullshit with Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Like, that was god awful.
Speaking of which, where has he been? Have you noticed that he hasn't been on AEW for like 2 or 3 months?
Orange Cassidy?
Yeah. Unless he's been on Collision.
Orange Cassidy, Wardlow. Who else? There's a bunch of guys that haven't been there for a while.
Darby. But Darby was climbed Mount Everest.
Mount Everest, yep.
Yeah,
but that was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, to come back down takes a lot longer.
Chris Jericho? Where's Chris Jericho been? Since he lost that ROH championship?
Apparently, I was reading that apparently they don't have anything for him right now.
Reinventing himself, probably.
Again.
Again.
Yeah.
Well,
hi.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
July 12th is going to be the weirdest day because obviously
it's all in.
AEW got there first. I think that was all in like months ago. It's going to be at 3 p.m. But Great American Bash is going to be at 3 p.m. as well.
And
shit!
I wish WWE would stop doing that shit because at the end of the day, I am going to tune into AEW over NXT.
Yeah.
It's just clear as day. I would have respect for WWE. Put your mainstream guys on. Put your Raw and SmackDown guys on against AEW head to head. That's a true war. If you want to do this, but you want to be clouded around and you want to put fucking NXT against AEW, I'm going to tune into AEW before I tune into NXT every single day of the week. There's no way that I'm going to be like, oh, well, you know what? The AEW has this biggest show of the year. I'm going to watch Great American Bash and watch Trick Williams.
You got a point. Defend the TNA World Title on NXT TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anywho, yes, that is AEW.
All right. So I guess that's the end of the show.
Yes, sir.
All right. So with that being said, make sure you tune in after the show because we got the 5-Second Shuffle Championship, which Elio won last week.
Mm-hmm.
The updated scorecard is I have 10. Clay's got 4. Rick's got 0. Elio's got 8. And Chris has got 0. So between Rick and Chris, man, they got nothing. But could this be the day for Chris, what's your name again? Rick?
Raul.
Raul.
Yes.
Could this be the day for Raul?
I actually like that. Raul.
Raul. Roll the L's. Raul.
And also, don't forget to hit the SAP button if you want to hear this podcast in complete Spanish, spoken by me, Rick Serrano III.
There you go. With that being said, basically what I do is I just hit a random song off my playlist. I hit the shuffle button, and I only play 5 seconds of it, and these guys got to guess who it is, and the first 1 to 10 wins. It's just how we ride off into the sunset until next week where we'll talk about some more shit, I guess, you know. But there's also the forbidden songs. If any of these forbidden songs pops up, these guys get a minus deduction from their score. These forbidden songs are Taz, Chris Benoit, Reba Giggle, Hook, Lash Legend, and Julian Hall. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the Dean,
Elio Canal,
and the third wheel,
Ricardo Serrano III.
There you go. Hit the SAP back. You'll hear us in English. With that being said, love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Adios.
Adios. All right. With Elio, you got champion's advantage. You can either go first or how I have it on my screen, you can pass it off to Clay.
You pass it off to this guy behind me.
Oh.
Yeah, advice.
I'll go first.
You're gonna go first. Oh, all right. Here you go. Here's your first one.
I told you this guy behind me. Jacob Fatu.
Clay.
Jacob Fatu.
Rick.
Jacob Fatu.
I'm also going Jacob Fatu. It is Jacob Fatu.
Who's also a fan of the show.
Who's also a fan of the show. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gets a point on that. It goes to Clay. Clay, here's your first one.
Penta says it's time to.
See, now this is one of those that's kind of scaring me because it could be a different thing, but I'm just going to go Penta.
Rick.
Oh, man.
See?
Man. Because automatically when you hear Penta says, you see 3 guys walking out. You don't ever see just Penta.
No.
But I am going to go with Penta.
I'm also going to go Penta. Elio.
Penta Oscuro.
Oh.
Penta Oscuro. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's a point for everybody.
No.
No,
it's not. Holy shit. Elio gets it. That was his AEW theme. Wow.
Damn.
All
See?
right.
That's what scares me about these ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to my lawyer after this one.
All right. Goes to Rick. Rick, here's your first one.
That's fucking weird.
I'm not even going to joke around and call him King Hacksaw Jim Duggan. It's just Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I'm also going to go Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Elio.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Clay.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
It is Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You sure it's not Hacksaw Jim Duggan Esquero?
No.
There you go.
So everybody gets a point on that. Goes to me. Here is my first one.
All rise for the kings of the Black Throne.
See, it's another one of those.
Damn it. Fuck. I don't want to say. No, I'm going to say. Son of a bitch. That's what I'm going to say. No. Kings of the Black Throne? It's in the song. Elio.
Kings of the Black Throne.
Clay.
Kings of the Black Throne.
Rick.
See, now, because I got screwed over the last time with this nonsense.
We all did.
Now,
besides Elio.
Besides Elio. No, Elio, Tony, and Chris got it right because they said it.
Oh, we were talking about last week. Okay.
So, no, this was 2 weeks ago where you were with me.
Oh.
You and me said something else. So I'm going to stick with the Kings of the Black Throne. I better not get fucked over for this. I better get my point.
It is Kings of the Black Throne.
There we go.
I just don't remember them coming out to the Kings of the Black Throne.
Being known as that.
Being known as that, right.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Oh, well. I get the point, so all that matters.
Yeah. All right, so everybody gets a point on that. Goes to Elio. Elio's got 4. He can get 5. Well, we can all get a point for this one. Here you go. Oh shit!
Shit.
At that Squirrel.
That is Chris Benoit. Wow.
Damn.
So the updated scorecard is everyone's got 3. Goes to Clay. Clay, here you go. Jesus.
Jade Cargill.
Rick.
Jade Cargill.
I was thinking of somebody else. Fuck it. I'll go Jade Cargill. If we're all wrong, we all don't get a goddamn point. Elio.
Adam Cole.
Shit.
It is Jade Cargill.
Yeah!
Clay had that face like he just ate corn the long way, so I knew
I remember. I just remember that stupid symphony CD where they had all instrumental.
Yes.
When Elio said something different, I'm like, oh fuck.
That's what I said. The same. I was thinking the same thing.
And then fucking Tony, it is. I'm like,
All right, so everybody got a point except for Elio. It goes to who's it go to? Rick.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, here you go.
Why do we always get this? And it always goes on me. It's not that one. Oh my God, it's not. I'm gonna go Matt Hardy.
Ooh, I was thinking about somebody else, but that's a good guess though. I'm gonna go Matt Hardy too. Elio.
It's Broken Matt Hardy.
Clay.
Broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt Hardy.
Bro, hey, all right. No, time out. The reason why I lost to Elio was because he said Matt Hardy. He didn't say Broken Matt Hardy that week.
Really?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
I think I remember that.
Yes.
I think I remember that.
He definitely said
All right, so
Matt.
we all get a point.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's give it up. Let's give it up. You hear the crowd right now. Josh Sanders just pulled over his tractor. He's like, oh, shit. How did Rick convince him?
Damn.
You still have to call your lawyer?
Well, he's already had to call about Penta, and now he's going to have to call about Broken Matt Hardy.
You have to call Luca Crucifino.
That's right.
All right, who's it on?
You.
You.
Is it on me? Okay, here I go.
Yep.
You know you want
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
I hate this fucking song.
Oh, bro.
I do. I can't
Where
stand
did
it.
this come from? How did this come to be a theme?
Oh,
How did she get a mole on her face?
Exactly.
Did she just start singing on an episode of Raw or SmackDown?
That's what it was.
Something, yeah.
Because
SmackDown.
Then the producers thought it was hilarious, and they just kept it going.
Yeah.
With her, you got to sing. It's funny. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, God.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Goes to Elio. Elio's got 4. Here you go.
Ty J. Fight.
That is Ty J.
Clay.
Ty J.
Rick.
Ty J.
I'm also going Ty J.
Which they came back together at, was it Collision?
Yeah.
That they, Ty Mello returned and Anna J. And, yeah, sure.
It is Ty J.
Yeah.
So the updated scorecard is I got 5, Clay's got 6, Rick's got 6, Elio's got 5.
Didn't we get points for Matt Hardy, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
All right, it goes to Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Clay, here you go.
Titus O'Neil.
Rick.
Thank God, because all I saw in my head, I was just like, bro, I see the outline. Titus O'Neil.
I'm also going Titus O'Neil. Elio.
Titus O'Neil.
Just to make sure, it is Titus O'Neil.
Oh. I heard Chris try to do that the other day. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
dude. It's like, don't do that no more.
So everybody's got a point on that one. Goes to Rick.
Rick. Yep.
Rick, here you go.
So all my girls in the club say, oh.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you always do
Always.
this shit? Always. When I got fucking momentum, bro. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Fuck, bro. And the thing is, I can't even remember the other person's name. You know what?
I do.
I'm going to roll the dice because I want to hear Tony say, it is Kelly.
Well, I'm going to go Candice Michelle.
There it is. I did know it.
I'm going to go Candice Michelle. Elio.
Candice Michelle, this is so wrong. But I give it having the same theme for 2 different wrestlers.
I know.
Right, exactly.
Before Clay picks, I'm just going to put this out there, Clay. You and I are tied. These 2 are below us by 1. So just putting it out there. If you pick with me, we got a chance to go up by 2. But if you don't pick with me, you just go up by 1. I just want to
That's
put
true.
that.
That's true. Fuck it. I'm rolling with you. Let's go, Kelly.
He just suckered you.
Yes.
It is
I don't
Candice
care.
Michelle.
See? I don't care. That's all right.
Only me and Elio gets that point.
We're all tied. It's all good.
We're all tied at 7.
I've got this. Yeah.
It goes to Rick. No, it goes to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here I go. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go TJ Perkins. Elio.
Wesley.
Clay.
Wesley.
Rick.
Wesley.
It
is
first
Wesley.
to see if you were going to pick that. Fucking liar.
I definitely was going to say Dexter Loomis.
Oh, that would have been a
That's
good
a good
guess.
pick, though.
No, but it is Wesley. Son of a gun. Shit. All right. It goes to Elio. Elio's got 8, along with everybody else except for me. I got 7. Here you go, Elio.
Oof.
The Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny.
Clay.
Butcher and the Blade and the Bunny.
Rick.
I could be that jerk right now.
That you could.
I could really take a big lead right here. This is what separates champions from not champions. But I'm not a champion, so Butcher Blade and the Bunny.
I'm also going Butcher Blade and the Bunny. It is the Butcher Blade and the Bunny.
Oh, now Clay's gonna get hit with the forbidden song.
So the updated scorecard is I have 8, Clay's got 9, Rick's got 9, Elio's got 9. It's off to Rick.
Oh, it's on Clay.
Me.
It's off to Clay. That's what I said. All right, Clay, here you go.
Julia Hart.
Rick.
Ooh. Why did you say that name?
I have no idea.
It's a good guess, though.
Yeah.
She didn't say that name, though, in the beginning.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what it said.
Fuck. Is Clay? Let me look at Clay real quick. He playing me right now? Because Elio look like he knows it. And I can't risk. Fuck it. Julia Hart. Fuck.
I'm also going to go Julia Hart. I have no idea. Elio.
You know, Julia Hart.
Oh.
It's the Nightmare Collective.
Oh.
Okay.
Nobody's ever going to get that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
That one was hard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so nobody gets a point on that. It's off to me.
No, it's off to me.
It's off to Rick. Sorry.
No.
That's what I said. Here you go.
How fitting. This is the song I lost to last week.
That's right.
Santino Marella.
I'm also going Santino Marella. Elio.
My paisan, Santino.
Clay.
Santino Marella.
It is Santino Marella. We are going into overtime between Rick, Clay, and Elio.
I told you I got this. It's like my Pacers in OT. It's all right.
It only takes one to win.
Yeah.
Goes to Elio because I'm not in this. It goes to Elio. Elio, here you go.
Face.
No, it's not. It's Tatum Paxley.
Mm.
Tatum Paxley. All right. Goes to Clay. Clay, here you go.
Mi gente!
It's the radioactive Bobby back of Bobby you've been warned.
Is it Conan?
No, it's not. It's Danny Limelight.
Wait a second. What are we doing right now? Wait a second. It's tonight. Yo, if you, Tony, I swear to God, I better not get hit with a fucking forbidden song. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Listeners, this is the moment.
Danny Limelight.
With a tear in my eye.
With a tear in my eye. Go ahead, Tony. Get this over with.
It's off to Rick. If Rick gets this one, he will win his first one of the year. Here you go, Rick.
I'm coming.
Oh my God. Is this Logan Paul?
No, it's not. It's Serena Deeb.
I would never have gotten that.
No, and I honestly thought it was Daniel Garcia at first, but
Lord. Well, yeah.
We're going into a second overtime.
Here we
Goes
go.
to Elio. Elio, here you go.
You know it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it on.
Theodore Wong.
It's Teddy Long.
Okay.
It is. What you got?
I was gonna say, don't do that to Elio.
No.
Unless I lose, then you do it.
Yeah.
All right, so Elio's got one. If Clay and Rick misses this one, Elio wins. So it's off to Clay. Clay, here you go.
Maria.
It is Maria.
Let's go.
That one, bro. I had it, bro.
Clay is tied with Elio. Now Rick needs to get this one in order to make it a third overtime.
Let's do it.
Rick, here you go.
Let's go with somebody that lifts weights. Oh, wait, could it be that? Could it be? Let's go, Tony Nese.
Wow, it is Tony Nese.
Oh, what a pull! What a pull!
Good pull, man.
Wow. Holy shit. We are going into a third overtime. Hold on a second.
Oh,
What
man.
a pull.
Oh, I think I pulled something. Oh, my God. I swear on my life.
Niece.
Bro,
You pulled that right out of your ass.
Bro,
like you
I
did
swear.
freaking.
Yeah, I was looking at because I already knew what it was.
Bro, I was going Creed Brothers. I was going to go with American Made. And then I'm just like, no, it's somebody that lifts weights. And then I was like, oh, Tony Nese. Wow.
You pulled that right out of your ass.
God, this is too much. Like, I need to win today. Like, Serena Deeb.
Danny Limelight.
Hey, friend of the show. Friend of the show.
That he is. Yeah. Yes. No disrespect.
No, fuck him.
Damn.
I had it. I don't want to go. Listen, Elio, man, please, please, because I know Clay. He will walk off a bridge for me. He'll be like, you know what? It's Rick's time. He deserves this. Elio's
I'm
just
that
like
kind of person.
Elio's like, you made that fucking poster, right? You wanted to make that poster? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Elio. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
I didn't mean to. Triple overtime. Listen, last time we were here, man, we went 7. I can't.
That's true.
I'm telling you right now, I cannot go 7 rounds. We're not doing this again, bro. I didn't stretch properly. I haven't eaten dinner. Like, come on, man. Round 3. Let's go, Tony.
Yes.
All right, round 3 goes to Elio. Elio, here you go.
Groundbreaker.
No, it's not. It's Fuego del Sol.
Oof.
Fuego del Sol.
Oof, so upsetting. Damn.
All right, it goes to Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Clay, here you go.
The Undertaker.
It is The Undertaker.
There's honestly Grim Reaper.
I'll never forget the time that Clay got Kane wrong.
Yes.
I remember we even asked him afterwards, and he was just like, "No, it's blah blah blah," and I'm like,
"Yeah, we need to get the motion wrong."
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. Just trying to distract you guys.
All right, so in order for this to go to a 4th overtime, Rick needs to get this one. If he does not, Clay wins. Rick, it's on to you. Here you go.
Penta says it's time to.
Well, we just had that.
Oh, I was going to say.
We just had that one.
Yeah, we can skip that one.
We'll skip
Unless
it.
there's a forbidden song afterwards. There we go.
All right, you ready for this one?
Yep.
All right, here you go.
Who comes out to that? Let's go Tamina.
No, it is not. It's Sheamus.
Let's go. I told you I had this shit. Just like you brought me back in WPOV. Now you give me the championship like you're giving our truth. There you go.
Who cut your beard?
That's right. You're supposed to cut your beard on the show.
That's true. Well, there we go. I haven't found a razor. So I haven't found a razor. We don't have that kind of time because this beard, it'll take a long time. The braids you just cut off or whatever. This it takes a little bit.
Okay, go braid your beard then.
Oh, damn.
So funny.
Rick was so close.
Oh, just like the Knicks. God dang.
Oh!
Fuck you, Seamus. Fucking Ginger. Fucking hate you, bro. You fucking Serena Deeb, you bullheaded bitch. I hate you. That was so close. Fucking Penta Esquero. What the fuck was that? Fucking Callie.
See, I told you I was all right. It's okay.
Jesus. So Clay wins it.
Good.
All right, that's it. We're all done. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you tune in next week. Same pod time, same pod channel. See ya.